If it's any consolation to you, 25 to 50% of babies after the age of 6 months still wake up at night. But knowing that doesn't make it any easier for parents to deal with. So here's a few tips that I hope you'll find helpful. First of all, you'll want to try to find a good routine that works for you and your child. Something that's going to cue your child into that it's bedtime, whether that's a song, a bath, a bedtime story, reading a book. Whatever works for you guys is great, but your baby will learn that that means it's bedtime or nap time. And you'll also want to be consistent and put your baby down for naps and bedtime at the same time every day if possible. And obviously there will be days when you get off your routine and that's okay, but be consistent as much as possible. Also, don't let him sleep in the same bed with you. That is going to just make things harder for you down the road because he needs to learn how to fall asleep on his own. So the best thing to do is put him to bed when he's still drowsy but awake in his own crib. And he may continue to cry once you do this, and that's okay. Just let him sit there for a few minutes and then go back in and check on him. Try not to make eye contact. Just gently touch his tummy and turn around and leave the room. And if he continues to cry, then go in 10 minutes after that. And then you can try 20 minutes after that if necessary and double it to make it 40 after that if he's still crying. Over the period of about 1 to 2 weeks, experts have shown that most babies will teach themselves to soothe themselves back to sleep. And so hopefully he can rid himself of needing you to go to sleep, and that will probably make you and him very happy. There's also one other method that you could try, and it's called crying it out. And this is not a bad thing as long as you make sure that all of your baby's needs are met before you leave your baby alone. Some parents will put their babies to bed at a designated time every night and not go into their rooms until a designated time in the morning. And if they start to cry at night, it's okay to give it a couple of minutes before you go running in, because babies are like us and they'll wake up periodically during the night and hopefully go back to sleep as long as you don't. If you run in and meet their every need, then they're going to know that crying means that mom will come get me, and you're what they want most. And so you need to train your baby so that they'll go back to sleep on their own. So if you're comfortable with it, you can let your baby just cry it out. And as long as he's changed and fed and not too hot or too cold, he's not sick or anything like that, doesn't have any immediate needs, it's okay to let him cry. If you're not comfortable with this, then you can try the method that I talked about previously, where you just go in at a designated period of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever works for you and him. And after doing this for about 1 to 2 weeks, hopefully you'll all be getting more sleep. I hope that these tips prove helpful and that you and your son start getting more sleep. Feel free to ask any other questions that you have on our Facebook page and recommend us to your friends and family too.